Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to beautiful, stunning Innsbruck. It's one of my favourite places to fly in and out of, and I'm sure you've flown from here as well. It's just a wonderful little airport nestled in the mountains with some stunning scenery around, and we're going to be flying the Asobo Reno P-51D improvement mod by RandallSnow, which is a real game changer for this P-51D, and coupling it with the fantastic Echo 19 Mustang precision audio pack and using this Bomber 12th repaint of Jersey Jerk. Fantastic combination. I love the P-51D, but I've struggled to find a P-51D in Microsoft Flight Simulator that I've wanted to fly ever since the days of the Mustang, the A2A Mustang in P3D. But this is a real joy. This latest update, 1.5.1, is absolutely stunning. As I say, a real joy to fly, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Fly through some beautiful scenery from here at Innsbruck down to Bergamo, across Lake Garda, and really stretch the legs of this wonderful aeroplane. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Let's get going. Well, what a beautiful place to be flying from. What a beautiful aircraft to be flying in. So here we go. I'm not going to do a complete full checklist start, but hopefully we'll be somewhere close to where it should be, because we just need to get flying. So let's just get the flaps raised, ready. We won't do anything at the moment because of course we haven't got any hydraulic pressure. The carb is in ram air as opposed to unrammed filtered air. Let's get the rudder trim sorted out, and we'll have a little bit of aileron trim, aileron elevator. Get your parts sorted out, sunshine. Right, let's have a little bit of throttle. We'll have prop fully forward, and mixture is in the idle cutoff position where it needs to be. We're on the right hand main tank. Excellent. And then we can have fuel on. Sorry, that's the left hand main tank. I saw RH up there, and for some reason that made me think right hand, but of course it's the left hand. I haven't got my left and right gloves on today. Leave that for the moment, and happy with that. Let's have some battery and generator, have some lights on. We're going to manually open everything at the moment. And we're looking over here. Okie doke. So we did that, done that. Let's check. Parking brake is on. Yes, it is. Don't want any nasty accidents there. Okay, so fuel booster on. We see our fuel pressure here, so that's a good sign. Prime 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will shut up so you can hear the lovely sounds. And we have mixture to run. Beautiful. Oil pressure's good. What a lovely sound, eh? You can see our flaps have come up now that we've got hydraulic pressure. Okay, quick look over here. Let's have radio on. We're not going to be using it. And we'll have pitot heat on as well. Good to go. Sound really is just intoxicating, isn't it? Okay, so looking at my wind, we have got 11 knots coming from 271, so we're going to take runway 26. That's an easy enough decision to make. Just check I've done a couple of things there. Yeah, that's all good. How are we looking on our temps? good, suction's fine. Happy with that. Okay, let's start making our way to the runway. So, back on the power a little bit. I'm just going to push the stick forward slightly just so we're in free castering mode. Where is the... yeah, there it is, that's the road. So we want to keep over here. Of course, we've got no multiplayer, no AI aircraft. We have the run of the airport today. We can do whatever the hell we want. Air traffic control sitting at home. Those sounds are just beautiful, aren't they? Come over here and then we'll just do a quick mag check. There we go. Okay, we can close that now. Fuel boost is still on, that's fine. Good. The shutters to automatic. Stick forward again just to pivot us round. There we go. Oh, the sounds. Warbirds, you just cannot beat them. Okay, let's close the canopy now. Okay. Right, so stick back, power on, brakes on. Release the brakes. Slowly increase the power. And off we go. Back on the RPM. Come back on the power a little bit. into the mountains. Nice to see a bit of snow up there. Certainly adds to the atmospherics, doesn't it? Check of our speed. Stunning. It's funny, in SU5 I'm noticing that I'm getting a few more of the little stutters than I used to have. Probably some add-on or something, perhaps. Who knows? Every now and again we just get those sticky frames. Okay, let's have a quick check. How are we all doing? Still got climb power on. Wind is nothing much, but 9 knots. Not feeling too much turbulence. Just going to trim a little bit more. Some more snow there. Reminds me, I need to come back here at some point soon and do some search and rescue stuff in the H145. This is a great area for doing it. And by the way, while I'm talking about channel stuff, we do have a Discord. Link to it is down below. So if you're into warbirds, general aviation, helicopters, flight sim, things that fly, and you're on Discord, come along and say hello. Great community there. Lovely little bit of detail there, isn't it? That bridge with the cars on it. Okay, how are we feeling? We're still pretty much climb power, but everything is looking good. How are we on fuel? Yeah. Yeah. All marvelous-o. I'm just going to, while I remember, just switch to fuse tank for a moment just to burn some of that off. Always like to land with an empty fuse tank or as little in there as possible. Look at that scenery. Wonderful. Flew over here last year with pretty clear weather. This was in real life, and the view down onto the mountains was just breathtaking. Really was. Something to behold. And this is a beautiful route. Done it many times in the sim and in different sims. Done it for group flights and that kind of stuff. But it is just wonderful to look at. Lots of detail, of course, in this sim. Never get bored of looking at that. Okay, so let's come down to something more approaching kind of a cruise power. Look at that down there. Stunning. So we're just going to follow this valley, really. let's go take a look down in this valley. We can do a bit of low level now. Check all our instruments. Everything is good. Something that is a bit unnerving is this: is the fuse fuel tank didn't seem to give a reading. I think that's the old Asobo thing. They haven't modelled it, so it always gives you that sense when you're using the fuse tank of how much have I actually got. So I'm just going to burn a little bit off. But need to remember to change. How are you all looking? Temperatures are fine. Car bear is showing just above 0. I seem to remember, and I might be wrong, I seem to remember Asobo haven't modelled that, and there's only so much Randall can do using their code to try and improve it, but he has done a cracking job. I've got a link to everything, by the way, down below, so you can have a look at that, but I would check out Randall's page and you can see exactly what he has done in terms of modding and improving. But it's lovely to fly. It doesn't have that kind of GTA twitchy gamified feel to it. It feels very fluid. That's the word, fluid. That's what I was looking for. And it's an absolute joy to fly a Mustang in this sim. Never get bored of warbirds, that's for sure. Bit of extra oomph to get us over the top here. Using cruise power, but messing around in the mountains. The detail, man, it's ridiculous. Beautiful. Imagine driving a car or a motorbike round that road. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Back off on the throttle a little bit again. It's interesting, I don't know if it's my Bijan seasons, but I was expecting it to be a little bit greener. It's certainly greener in the UK at the moment in the sim, but maybe hasn't quite reached up here yet, or maybe it's something to do with the Asobo. I must admit, it's been so long since I've not used the Bijan seasons that I'm not even sure what default looks like anymore. But what I was saying about fluidity, or fluid, it's it's kind of what makes it. I'm trying to get my words out and make any kind of sense, but it feels more like something that is passing through air rather than something that is digitally connected to your joystick by a series of zeros and ones. I honestly don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever, but it's something that you can only really sense by flying it, but it is lovely. Now, let me just double check. Yeah, there's definitely no needle on that fuselage fuel tank, so I'm going to watch out for the mountains. There we go. Switch over to the right hand tank for a little bit. Didn't burn a huge amount, of course, on the left because we weren't on it for long enough, but just helps to balance a little bit. Certainly didn't start off with a full fuselage tank, not much in there at all, a little bit of stuttering there. Of course, sometimes when they release a new update for the sim, sometimes it can be a little bit slow like this. I don't know if it's people still updating the sim or maybe the server's just busy. But sometimes it takes a while for everything to settle down a little bit. Come back round again. We passed over Bolzano just there while I was messing about. That's another really nice place to fly from, and nicely represented in the sim. Great for HEMS operations as well. Let's give them a little hello. Isn't it just really quite beautiful? When you stop and think about it, it is a fantastic thing that we can fly in a sim that looks like this and explore the world. Pure escapism, really is. Never gets boring. So I would be really interested to know in the comments below, what is your favourite warbird at the moment? This is a warbird video, so it's all about warbirds. What is your favourite warbird at the moment? And my eye is caught. What on earth is that? It's obviously some kind of graphical glitch. And it's now gone. Oh, okay. I was going to go and see what it was. Not seen that before. And just looking down there is that's actually reminding me, I've got the Mamu Design power lines, and I remember doing a live stream up here in a helicopter, and someone said, God, that's really unrealistic, so many power lines, something's gone wrong there. But actually that is realistic. If you look at a map, there are a ton of power lines around here. When you think that this valley, what it's leading to, all the villages, towns, valleys that are coming off it, it's got a lot of power lines feeding all of that. Just one of those interesting little things. What a lovely little village there. I do envy people who live in an environment like that. It must be, I know the winters will be harsh, and having lived in the north of Scotland I understand that, but just beautiful. I tend to spend most of my time probably flying warbirds in the Spitfire, the Flying Iron Mark 9, but I've got to say, just in the last week or so, when Randall came out with the 1.5 version of the mod, we're now on 1.5.1, I've been spending a lot of time in the Mustang and really enjoying it. So we're just going to hop over this away, just giving it a little bit more beans, just watching the speed as we gain some height, a little bit more actually. That's another one of those things again. That's I've not seen that until Sim Update 5, so I can only imagine it's something weird going on with that, but it's obviously something on the ground that disappears when you get to a certain point, as we saw with the one before. Either that or it's alien technology tracking me, but I think I know which is probably more likely. There, you see it's gone now. Must be some weird little LOD thing. It's always nice for me to be able to do a warbird video. It really is where the channel came from, hence the logo. But since MSFS, I've been doing a lot of helicopter flying, a lot of general aviation flying as well. But it's always good to be back in the warbirds. It's what the channel at heart is, where the DNA comes from. I've said it quite a few times on the channel. There's a danger of becoming a kind of a jack of all trades and a master of none, and that's why I'm trying to spend a little bit more time with the Mustang. As we saw from the takeoff at the beginning, it wasn't exactly particularly smooth. To be fair, usually I'm a little bit better than that. It was a little bit wobbly. Practice makes perfect and all that. Very hard to verbalize how smooth this is now. Look at that, that's some weird mesh going on there. Interesting. SU5, what have you done? What have you done to Italy? Here's some really interesting rock formations. Now this isn't a mesh issue. Coming up to, what's that, San Giorgio up ahead. Of course is the top of Lake Garda. Some quick check. Fuel tanks seem to be hardly moving. Go and have a play with this sailing boat. Very lucky with the live weather today, it's quite beautiful. Oh, looks like we've had a prang there, 2 sailing boats. Oh no, it's just one. Shows my lack of knowledge of sail configuration. Looked like a couple that had a prang there. just see the end of Lake Garda there, just through the low vis, or through the murk. It's not really murk, is it? Let's face it. It's a beautiful day, just a little bit of atmospherics. It's interesting, that transition between where we've come from, the mountains, and the much flatter part of northern Italy that we're entering into now. Bergamo, where we're going to, I've been to a few times in real life with work, and one of the things that I remember about it is that view in the distance of the mountains and that longing to want to be there. Dear me. Just gorgeous. Italy's a beautiful country, it really is. Okay. I'll back off the power a little bit, I think. Okay, now's a good time to switch tanks. There we go. Balance those out a bit. And head for Bergamo, which is not too far at all. It's at about 39 nautical miles. Wow, traffic jam going on down there in the old photo scenery. I always think it's interesting travelling in a country and you see that transition of landscape. Look at that. The mountains that we've come from, Lake Garda, absolutely enormous. Very relaxing way to spend your time, isn't it? Definitely must remember this leg or this route as maybe part of a group flight again. I can't remember the last time I did this with a group flight with the Discord community. Feels like it was some time ago. I remember doing it in the early days of MSFS and not realising that if you flew under a bridge there was a kind of like a crash box there, and I flew under the bridge, loads of clearance, but crashed, which was a bit frustrating to say the least. Right, I'm just going over Brescia now. So those terracotta coloured tiled roofs. Just look how flat it is over there in the distance, and then wallop. Incredible how you get that sudden transition. Bit of stuttering going on. This would make a nice little GA flight as well, thinking about it. Far from Bergamo. That's where I need to switch on and remember how to land this beauty. Bergamo up ahead, right, wind looks like, so it looks like we're going to be landing on this runway, 28, by the look of the wind, so we'll just do a run in and brake, and then we can come back round, and hopefully I can land this thing without any kind of drama. No drama today, thank you. Again, as I say, no multiplayer, no AI. I'm not ruining someone else's flight by running in like a hooligan. I also like to do a bit of running like this. It feels like it might load some of the scenery into, there we go, we had that pause there, load some of the scenery into the cache, so I might not get any nasty pauses or anything on approach, but that's probably just wishful thinking, isn't it? Let's face it. Okay, back on the power. Horrible stuttering there. Okay. Back on the power, let's have some trim. Gear. A touch of flap, but not too much. Keep an eye on that speed. Get some more flap in. Our course a little bit. Awful. So we're going to do a go around. Gear up. That was terrible. Drifted way off course. Visibility was not good on the nose at all. Really messed it up. And as always, when I mess up a landing, I make myself do another one. Checked that I had actually put the flaps up, which I had, as we did the touch and go. Yeah, it came in way too low. Way too low there. Angle the Dunlops. Well, I remember. Fuel booster on. Tipper in. bit on the turn. Tad heavy, still over on the right. Having to work the pedals a little bit, got the stick all the way back. Hardly greased it on. It's funny, I'd suddenly realised I've spent so much time on grass strips that it's quite interesting coming in onto tarmac like that. Blooming huge runway as well, so it's not like it's hard to miss the centre line, but there you go. Wonderful fun, really is. Highly recommend it. Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure having you along. Hope you've enjoyed the flight. It was nice to get up into the Mustang again. Don't forget the Discord, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.